probably not a pro, but whatever. But yeah, so you just want to get this chopped up. I like to add zucchini, mushrooms, carrots. If you do like carrots with the hibachi, I would recommend doing really thin slices and then cooking the carrots first and then adding everything else. The zucchini actually cooks, in my opinion, pretty fast. So like I said, I want these pretty big chunks. So we're just gonna rough chop this. Bam. I don't know why I have this over here. Okay, so that's all chopped up. And I just have zucchini, so I mean, it's really not gonna be anything super fancy. But yeah. And everything's already pre-washed. So, oh shit. I just put that in my yum yum sauce. Listen here, bitch. Alright. So, and you want these in pretty big chunks because like I was saying, zucchini cooks pretty fast. And it's just nice to showing you how I cook, okay? So there's all my vegetables. And what I like to do is put it in a big bowl to kind of... Now, for the hibachi steak, I would recommend New York strips, sirloin, anything. I was gonna make something like nice cubes. That's why it's really nice, because you can get some nice cooking fastness, I guess. I don't know. I'm trying to talk like the YouTube people, and I'm not doing very good, so. But this is filet mignon, so this is gonna be really tender, which we like. I would recommend, you know, any type of tender meat, you know, especially this finger, you know, and bam, all our meat is cut. I don't know what this is. We're gonna move that, and then now we can go on to our fried rice and start cooking. Now what we do is we're gonna take an egg and we are going to crack it into this container. My weird container, not very classy. And we're just gonna now. So I didn't really show me chopping up the onions because some people don't really like onions. I don't really blame you. You know, do you? I like onions. I like a lot. I use white onions because they are the spicier onion. I do not like any yellow onions because they're kind of sweet. So if you get the idea that your food's getting kind of sweet, it's probably because you use yellow onions or red onions. Actually, red onions can be spicy too, but I don't know. I'm not a scientist on onions, but you know, yippee doop. So we're just gonna pour this in here. I don't need a whole bunch, just on one side. Just get it going. And then you just kind of let it cook really good. And I like my stuff, like the restaurant, a little bit overcooked. If it starts to form a shape like this, then you kind of want to move it around and get it kind of going. Kind of get the butter going too, because it's starting to get caramelized, like I said. This is a lot of eggs, but it's okay. Maybe if you're just cooking for yourself, I would recommend using like half an egg. You can also add like corn into this. Bro, I'm trying to make a video. Do you mind? Okay. This smells so good. Okay, so it's caramelized. So what I'm gonna do is I have some already chilled white rice. Okay. I'm about to do 2 half cups of this rice. I also did a horrible job making this rice because, actually I'm going to do 3. 3's good. I'm going to have some left over because I made it when I was tired. Okay, so I'm going to turn this down. Okay, don't want to burn our rice. Caramelized or whatever. And now I'm going to add my liquid, whatever you call this. This is like soy sauce, but it's a little bit better for you, in my opinion. Soy sauce probably tastes a lot better. This tastes fine for me. I'm fine with it. Nobody can tell the difference. And then also, like I said, if you don't want to use butter, you can always use like coconut oil or other oils to do a fried rice. I think it works just the same, but butter definitely tastes a lot better. Regular soy sauce tastes a lot better, but you know, whatever. Yum yum sauce. Yeah, like my rice isn't that great. It's okay. You know, it's not bad. Could be better. And I actually lied. I'm probably going to add some more butter because this isn't looking how I want it to look. Bam. That's what we're going to do. Yes. Get it all mixed together. So that's 3 tablespoons of butter. Hibachi ain't healthy, okay, but cooking it at home is probably a whole lot better than getting it at the restaurant. It's also a lot cheaper. I wanted to do. So I'm going to put this in a container and I'm going to start cooking my vegetables. Use a little bit of olive oil. I mean, butter will definitely be used, but I don't like using a whole ton of butter. I definitely recommend using stick butter than the other butter, because like the margarine and stuff, because it's really not that great. The butter I'm using is a sweet unsalted butter. If you don't like a sweet undertone with your rice or like your steak and stuff, I don't recommend. What we're really going to need is teriyaki sauce. This is really optional. I don't know why I prefer this one, but it's minced garlic and water. This is really good for hibachi. Some other cooking, if you can use fresh garlic, I mean, go ahead, but I don't know, this has like a unique taste to it. Overall, I'm just gonna use some Himalaya salt, Jesus Christ, and some black pepper. So, we'll see how it goes. Okay, So this you want to use like a higher heat, and you want to watch it really carefully. So I like to get it nice and sauteed before I even add anything to it. Like not sauteed, but you'll start to see like a more translucent color in the vegetables on a YouTube video, you know, just to show off. I'm not about to do that. Just showing y'all how I cook it at home so you get an idea. Okay? We live in the real world. I ain't YouTube famous, so I can't be doing all that fancy shiznit. Listen here. I'm not about to have you stuck together. You know what? Fine. Stay. I don't care. Alright, so we're starting to get translucent color. Yeah. So I'm going to do a little bit of black pepper. Look, I said we ain't fancy, but look how fancy we can try to be. Okay, this looks kind of hard to do. We'll do a little bit of salt. Kind of mix that around. I like it on a high heat because I don't want my vegetables to be mushy. Okay, in the restaurant, they don't really make them mushy. They just like cook them on a high heat. So you kind of got to work fast. And see, they already start to get that caramelized. So I said I was going to add garlic powder, and since I'm doing garlic powder, I'm not going to add the minced garlic because it's really unneeded. Now when you add garlic powder to a pan, it's not going to look the pretty zucchinis and like a small onion. I mean, I would recommend 1 zucchini, a half a thing of mushrooms, a half an onion, stuff like that. Alright, so I'm starting to get the color I want. And we're gonna kick it up a notch with our teriyaki sauce. I don't even know if I opened you. Okay, yeah, I did open this. So this is definitely gonna add a lot of smoke. Okay. I don't really need to add butter to this because it looks like it's pretty good. Okay. Definitely getting where I want it to be. I'm going to turn down the heat a little bit. I do like it like that, but I'm going to turn it down just a little. Trying to keep it moving. Now, teriyaki sauce caramelizes really, really, really fast. So, definitely want to keep it moving. Okay. This is pretty much done. So I'm going to move it to a bowl and move on to the steak. So you don't really want to move these a lot because you want them, so get them in place. You want them to caramelize. Especially with this pan. And then I'm going to add a little bit of my, well, I'm going to add this a little bit later, actually. And see, it already starts to caramelize. It's kind of what I want. Yes. Smells so good already. So I'm going to do a little bit of pepper. A little bit of salt. I don't need garlic powder because I'm going to put a little bit of this in. Ooh, I like how it exploded like that. And then I need butter. Ooh, I'm only going to put like a tablespoon. And I'm using a fork because I'm lazy. It's not really necessary to be putting a whole bunch of utensils into use. We want this to cook evenly, so I'm going to make sure just get on the sides. My phone might die, so like hopefully we get this video going and I get a nice photo of the food. This is my first video. I'm sure that when I get used to it, it will look a lot better. Plus I need new pots and pans, so we know this is a struggle. Okay, so you see how it's like starting to caramelize, and I'm starting to get all the pinks kind of cooked, and it's going to give you a really pretty color. And everyone has a different way of making this, but like this is a good way to make steak at home, because a lot of times people have the problem where they're not very good at searing steaks. The biggest thing is you want the steak to be dry. So that's another reason why I don't really rinse my steaks, because I really like them to be dry, and I like them to do whatever. And I rinse them, and I usually don't get this pretty caramelized color anymore. But now that I don't rinse them, it comes out really pretty. But if you read an article, I guess whenever you rinse off your meat, like see for example this one right here, like see how beautiful that caramelization is. Now that we have this really going, I like to do that to make sure nothing sticks. We're going to put a whole bunch of teriyaki sauce, and it's going to smoke up really, really bad. Okay, and I like it drenched in teriyaki sauce because teriyaki steak is really good. And then I do this until the sauce caramelizes, and my steak is pretty much well done. If you don't want it well done, then you know, get really good at it. You can usually tell. Alright. Time to plate it.